Far north, where the sea was steel grey and the winds carried the scent of salt and ice, stood the weather-worn fishing village of Blackworth. The cottages crouched low against the shore, their roofs heavy with sod and stone, as though afraid the ocean might sweep them away in one furious tide. The villagers lived hard lives, but none complained, for the sea gave as much as it took fish for their tables, storms for their roofs, and secrets for their dreams. At the heart of the village was an ancient pier, built long before any living soul could remember. Its beams were blackened with age, slick with moss and brine. Few dared walk to its farthest post, where the water deepened into a restless abyss. Children whispered that something lived below, something that listened. When the waves grew quiet, Elora, the daughter of a fisherman, had always been curious about the pier. She often lingered there at dusk, watching the last sliver of sun sink into the horizon. One night, when the tide was eerily still, she heard it, a sound like a voice rising through the water, soft and hollow, neither wholly human nor wholly sea. It spoke her name. Her breath caught, but her feet would not move. A pale light shimmered beneath the waves, drawing her closer. She leaned over the edge of the pier and saw, for the briefest instant, a face looking back at her eyes as deep as the ocean floor, skin glimmering like silver scales. The voice promised her safe voyages, a bountiful catch, and calm seas for her family's boat, if she would return each full moon and speak with it. She agreed, half in fear and half in awe. From that night onward, fortune turned for the villagers. The nets never came up empty. Storms veered away, and no ship was lost. The people praised their luck, but Elora kept silent, stealing away each month to the pier where the sea's voice waited. As the years passed, the voice grew fonder, more insistent. It whispered of treasures in the deep, of kingdoms drowned and waiting, of a place where she might belong forever. And though she resisted, Elora found her heart pulled like the tide, restless on land, yearning for the depths. On the coldest night of winter, when the moon hung heavy and full, the sea called her one last time. She walked the pier, barefoot and silent, and without hesitation stepped into the water's waiting arms. The villagers awoke to find the nets empty again, the sea wild and unkind. The pier remained, slick and black, but no one dared approach its end. Some said Elora had drowned, others whispered she had married the ocean itself. And on certain nights, when the tide is still and the moon spills silver across the waves, a soft voice drifts over Blackworth calling out to any who will listen.